Welcome to Daytona for the running of the Mountain Dew 200. On the pole for today's race is Anthony Rodriguez, and to the outside is JT Hanley. In third is Christian Merrick Jr. Fourth is Evan Rudd, and rounding out your top five is Paul Minnick. So here we are, the first ever Mountain Dew ARCA Series race, and it's coming to you live from Daytona International Speedway. It's going to be a fun race. We'll see some big packs. We might see some intense crashes. A lot of intense racing for sure. And you want to be out front because from what we've seen, track position is big. So 29 cars in the field here today. The pace cars leading them down the front stretch. And it will make the left-hand turn onto pit road right here. 12 laps at Daytona for the first ever Mountain Dew ARCA Series race. Season 1 is underway here at Daytona. Green flag is in the air. Three wide already early. For the race lead down the backstretch, Minnick made it 3 wide to the bottom. Oh, look out! 17 spun! Up into the wall! JT Hanley is on his side in the fence. And the 55 on his side. The 30 rolling down the track. Caution number 1. On lap number 1. The 30 up and over Larry Bouchard Jr. JT Hanley was on his side. The 15 is there. Jonathan Rains. And others. Paul Minnick led them back. It looked like that all started when the 17 of Evan Rudd got turned. Let's see what happened. We told you it was going to be wild. You see right there the 55 of Josh Crash trying to help the 17 of Evan Rudd. It does not work. He goes down. Looks like he gets... Who is that? Maybe the 69. No, that's the 99 of Griffin Lynn. Goes up into JT Hanley, and look at that hit for JT right there. 42 got into it. Riley Spurley, tube 09. Brayson Collins. 32 got some damage. The 30 then, spinning trying to avoid Larry Bouchard Jr. Gets down to the 40. Shoots back up with Luke Rainey. And it flips him somehow. We'll have to see if there's an onboard or a camera angle that sees that. And then 30 got hit while rolling, and it flips down the track. There you can see Jonathan Rains with damage in the 15. See if we could find an angle. Don't look like this one will show anything. But the wreck. You see JT up on the side, still a nasty spill right there. The O2 also got into it, John West. The 30 car, though, takes an unbelievable ride. And this might show us. See, spins down. He just, he got drilled into the wall with Luke Rainey. And it just sent him tumbling down the track. Intense wreck. Let's see what Luke Rainey has to show from his onboard. See if we can see anything interesting happen. Oh. And then he got hit by Tyler Lyman afterwards. Let's go on board with the 9 of Eli Bright. Looks like he was able to drive right through the middle of that. You saw Jim Gambit there in the 22 with the near miss. And one more with JT Hanley in the 97. So he gets down off the wall. So back to the line first was the 6 of Paul Minnick. Looks like they'll stay out, and Minnick will get back to the green flag. Here we go. We will go back around with on lap number 6, excuse me. And the cars out because of that are Jonathan Rains, Larry Bouchard Jr., Riley Spurley-Tube, Evan Rudd, Tyler Lyman, and Luke Rainey, which leaves 23 cars left in the race. Your race leader is Paul Minnick. In second is Jeff Bright. Third is Jay Barker. Fourth is Christian Merrick Jr. And fifth is Anthony Rodriguez. In sixth is Jake Moss. Seventh is Jim Gambit. In eighth, we've got John Gambit. Ninth is Dan Bandon. In 10th is Eli Bright. In 11th is Jake West. 12th is Levi Shones. In 13th is Anthony Wendler. 14th is Brandon Butler. And in 15th is Derek Bouchard. 16th is Stuart Gratton. 17th is Trey Rainey. 18th is Brayson Collins. In 19th is John West. 20th is Jack Marshall. 21st is Josh Crash. 22nd is Griffin Lynn. And 23rd is JT Hanley. Hanley was actually on the wall in the fence. And it looks like he's okay still driving on. So first restart of the day, maybe they'll calm down a little bit here as the pace cars into pit road. Restart on lap number 6. Paul Minnick leading, green flag back in the air. Ooh, and Jeff Bright either caught sleeping or he really spun his tires right there. That really allowed the 6th car to get away. Paul Minnick gets away and Jeff Bright might be going backwards right here as he has a car to his inside. There comes the 69 Jay Barker. 10 is Anthony Rodriguez by him and racing hard. Back there, they're already wrecking up in the corner. Griffin Lynn. No caution. But Griffin Lynn got, looks like JT Hanley was pushing Josh Crash. Spun him down to Griffin Lynn. Lynn hit the outside wall hard. And now they're wrecking on the back. Oh! A hard hit, and JT Hanley is upside down. And this will signal yellow flag. Paul Minnick is back in the front. But the 62, a ton of damage. Trey Rainey and others. Let's see what happened. Coming off the corner, you see the 06 of Jake Moss gets a bump from Eli Bright. Down into the 3 of Anthony Wendler. They go down. Look at these guys. Both save it. Then they keep their foot in it. And when they do that, that's trouble. Look at, you see, the 3 actually comes back up. It looks like he's okay. And then right here, the 06 up into Stuart Gratton. Trey Rainey. Others. You see, there's the 52, Derek Bouchard. It looks like the 48, Brandon Butler. Then the 62 rolls down the track. And here comes JT Hanley trying to miss it. And boom, driver's side into Trey Rainey. And it flips JT Hanley up and over. And JT, once again, another wild ride involved in both yellows. And in both of them, in some way, he has been able to see the ground. Let's go on board. Oh. Definitely not a good debut race for a lot of these guys. They're going to want to try and clean that up next race. So, back to the line first, Paul Minnick. He's going to stay out. Let's see if we get it restarted one final time here at Daytona. This will be our final restart of the day with 2 laps to go at Daytona. Let's see if we can get going. Green flag this time. Cars out. Trey Rainey, JT Hanley, Griffin Lynn, Stuart Gratton, and Josh Crash, which leaves 18 cars left in the race, with Paul Minnick in the race lead. In second is Jay Barker. Third is Anthony Rodriguez. Fourth is Jim Gambit. And in fifth is Jeff Bright. In sixth is the 75 Christian Merrick Jr. Seventh is the 68 of John Gambit. Eighth is Jake West. Ninth is Dan Bandon. And in 10th is Eli Bright. 11th is Anthony Wendler. 12th is Brayson Collins. 13th is John West. 14th is Jack Marshall. 15th is Levi Shones. 16th, Brandon Butler. 17th, Jake Moss. 18th is Derek Bouchard. So that's your field as we get set for the final restart of the day. Let's see if we can keep it green for 2 laps. Get a nice finish here. It's the Mountain Dew ARCA Series at Daytona. It's been a wild first race. Can't wait for the next ones. As here we go. Pace car. Into pit road. Paul Mick has led the entire race. Can he lead the last 2 laps as they come down the line? Green flag back in the air. And that's another good restart for Paul Mick right there. Leaves Jay Barker sleeping. Will Anthony Rodriguez make a move? He does. Can he stay down there? He does. Like back there, the 75-man move. Christian Merrick Jr. underneath Jeff Bright. Underneath Jim Gambit. So they've made it off of turn 2. Down the back stretch. Who wins the race now? They will get to the white flag this time. 3 wide to the bottom goes Jim Gambit. As Anthony Rodriguez will take the race lead. They come to the stripe. They're wrecking the 6 into the outside wall. They're keeping it going. White flag. Oh, car up into the track. That's the 68, but we're keeping it green. White flag. Last lap here at Daytona. Does Anthony Rodriguez have too big of a lead? Jeff Bright's out there. Here comes the 4, Jake West. Eli Bright's coming. Jim Gambit's there. Can Bright get a draft? Down the backstretch for the final time. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. It looks like Anthony Rodriguez can just coast it home with a victory. But here comes Bright. Jeff Bright onto the back bumper of Rodriguez. Can he make a move off turn 4? Here they come. Final effort for Jeff Bright. It's not going to happen. Anthony Rodriguez in the 10 will win at Daytona. After amazing run coming to the flag in which Paul Minnick was completely sideways at the white. Look at this. Paul Minnick, Christian Merrick got into the back of him down into Jim Gambit. They go down, they're sliding sideways. The 68 all the way down John Gambit. They're coming back up. Look at Jeff Bright go through the middle of everyone. Eli Bright, the 68, slides back up. Doesn't hit anyone. Everyone else keeps it going. I'm really surprised they did not wad up about 15 cars right there. Eli Bright saw a lot of this. He comes home with the top 5. And I thought Jeff Bright was done. You see, he powers around the outside. And then in this final lap, he finds something. Probably the draft of the 10 car, I would imagine. Because look, he has no help back here. Jake West back here getting a push from Eli Bright. But he's still going faster than the 10. So he's in the 10 draft. Look at 186, 190, 187. Going at least 3 to 4 miles an hour faster. And at the end of the backstretch, he found a huge run to get onto his back bumper in 3 and 4. Look at this. As they go through 3 and 4 on the back bumper of the 10. Just could not get it done. As they came right here off of turn 4. If he could have made a move to the inside, they could have been side by side to the line. But pushes the 10 car to the win. Anthony Rodriguez wins the first ever Mountain Dew ARCA Series race. Jake West came home 3rd. Eli Bright 4th. Jeff Bright 2nd. And it looks like Dan Bannon ends up 5th. Let's check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Mountain Dew 200 at Daytona. 2 caution flags for 8 laps. 1 lead change among 2 different drivers. As you could see, it was the man that started on pole. Anthony Rodriguez wins the race. Jeff Bright ended up 2nd. Jake West in 3rd. Eli Bright was 4th. 5th, Dan Bannon. In 6th, Jim Gambit. 7th, Anthony Wendler. 8th, Christian Merrick Jr. In 9th was Jay Barker. Rounding out your top 10 is Paul Minnick. So there's your top 20. See the guy that led the most laps, Paul Minnick, 10. And couldn't hold on to the lead there at the end. Almost got spun out. He was in the wall, hitting other people. And somehow brought it home with the 10th place finish. The guy that started on the outside of the front row. That's JT Hanley right there. You see he finishes 22nd. He was in the fence. He was on his side. He was flipping upside down. He wrecked someone on a restart. They made it 500 feet. So a lot of people want to forget Daytona and move on to the next race. Now let's go to the point standings. Here are the point standings after the first of 20 races. You see right there, it's the same as the race, except for the fact that the 6 of Paul Minnick led the most laps. It gets 5 more bonus points. He's moved up to 8th in the points. So there's your top 20. And man, oh man, a wild Daytona race. And there's only 20 races to make it up. No chase, no nothing. It's just full season points. You either have it or you don't. So in the next race will be the Wendy's 200 at Chicago. See you guys then.